maybe I need to rebrand. Maybe I need to rebrand. So, hey guys, hi, hello. So I decided to do this because I needed somewhere to vent. And and the best place to vent is the internet. So let me start off by saying firstly, my makeup, I don't know. I'm not the best at makeup, so I was playing around and I did this. The eyeliner is a bit off, but we're working it. Anyways, so as you can see from the title, I am basically reviewing Faint, Fate, Fate, the Winx Saga. And child, it's like, wow. Firstly, I guess basically this counts as a face reveal because I don't think my face has been on this channel so far. So, yeah, let's roll into my thoughts. At this point, I realized it would probably be better to film in landscape. So number one, let's just start with the trailers. Like, let's start at the beginning. So I remember when the trailer came out and everybody was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry if my camera is shaky, but to get this thing centered, it's mad. But I remember when the trailer came out and everybody, because I'm often on Twitter. So everybody was like, kind of hyped for it. And then the trailer came, we actually saw the trailer and I was like, what's going on? Like, what are these costume designs? Like, just okay, like it, I'm saying like a lot, low. But it was like, did I really just say it again? But it was the fact that everybody knows that Winx Club is like really sparkly, really, well, OG, season 1 to 3 kind of thing. Really sparkly, really like outfits were like Y2K kind of thing, And it was like, wow, like we're not getting this? Like, are you serious? Like, it was kind of how many times did I just say like, let me stop counting that and just anyways, um I had a thought. Um anyways, so yeah, it came out, there was no sparkly outfits. There was nothing like that in the trailer. Plus, our girl Terra, she was a they didn't give us Flora, they gave us Terra. And Terra was not Flora. I mean, you know what I mean if you've seen it. So in the OG, like Flora was Hispanic, kind of, and in Fate, she was not Hispanic. Like there was nothing leading to Hispanicness with Terra, and it was like, okay, so firstly, we don't have Flora, we have Terra. In terms of all the other characters, though, it wasn't the casting wasn't too bad. It was pretty spot on, I would say. But also, we didn't get Techna. Like, we didn't get Techna at all. There was no Techna, and yes. So other than that, with the trailer, it was just like missing characters who are not characters and stuff like that, and the outfits. Those were the major issues in terms of the trailer. So I decided to still watch this show. Well, firstly, I thought it was a movie, and then I went on Netflix and I realized it's not a movie. It's like actual shows, like an actual show. So then I had to firstly, when I started, before I even started watching it, like the thumbs down thing, um so I realized it's actually for your recommended, but I saw thumbs down and I was like, I'm clicking it. So I'm sorry. But that was before even watching it. When I started watching it, so I started like the first episode, and it was like, for me, it was like really, it was really where I was such a skeptic about it. But then when I was watching it, I realized I actually kind of liked the show, in that when I disconnect it from what I think of Wings Club and everything and put it as its own show, I did enjoy it in that aspect. If I try to connect it to what I attribute to Wings Club, then no, no, not at all. No. And yeah, that was it. I would say as well, Winx Club, like OG Winx Club, is children friendly. Um, like you can put your 3-year-old, three, you can put mm, elementary school, primary schooler in front of it and be like, okay, they can watch it. Fate, I really wouldn't even say. I'd say it would be like probably like PG 13, 14, 15. Like I wouldn't give it to like a middle maybe like an almost high school middle schooler. Why am I using American metrics? Anyways, I would give it to someone who's like 13, 14 maybe, and like in terms of like you could watch this kind of thing. So like the age, the audience, I guess, was different. I think that's one thing I'd have to like keep, you could keep in mind when trying to like dissect the differences between OG Wings Club and Fate. So yeah, I guess because the target audience is different, then a lot of other things would be different. Like I think I remember seeing a post about how they're having parties in Fate, and I was like, I guess they did have parties in like OG Winx Club. Usually, very much excited, very much of an excitement for Stella to go to, but like the Fate clubs had like drugs and alcohol and like ball pong. Is that the name of that game? While OG Wings Club would just be like, cartoon characters dancing kind of thing. They might slow dance with their boyfriends, but that's like the most raunchy I could remember. So yeah. But I will say I did I did make a list in my journal about like stuff that I thought about, and I have not touched this yet. As in to like, well, anyways, number one, number one, your specialist and your fairy. Okay, um, so there's a point where specialists and fairies prayer. I'm trying to do this with at least as least spoilers as possible, but there's a thing where specialists and fairies team up, and I honestly don't remember why I marked that as a thing, but I have that. Anyways, 1B, like it was, I think it was like to this point 1B. So Althea is not a single sex all female fairy school in Fate. In Fate, Althea is a co-ed school where they teach fairies and specialists. And another interesting thing about Fate is that fairies um are male and female, and there are male and female specialists as well. Meanwhile, specialist school in OG was all boys, Althea all girls. Um I can't remember if like there was a thing that said like, oh, boys can't be fairies, which I honestly don't remember that actually being a thing that was like, pointed out. So I wouldn't say that there were never any male fairies. I would just say that Alfie is an all girls school. But yeah, number two, I told you I have plates. Uh, so number two is basically linked to what I just said. I literally have their male fairies and female specialists because again, co-ed. Yeah. So Althea is a co-ed school in Fate. I don't know if this is a spoiler because it literally is shown like from literally the first episode. So yeah. Number three, people are mad at the outfits. I just at least wanted fairy outfits. Honestly, I just wanted fairy outfits. If I delve too much into this, yeah, it, it would become, anyways. But I just wanted fairy outfits. I didn't even mind if their normal everyday outfits were just what they had on there, right? I didn't mind if the normal outfits were like non-Y2K, were like really modern, 2020 outfits, costumes, outfits, like daily outfits, whatever. But I really wanted fairy outfits, glitter, all that good stuff. I just wanted that. Number four that I wrote down. I don't consider Terra as Flora because honestly, completely different character. Just that they have the same magic element. And there is a point where Terra does say that she has a cousin. I think it was cousin called Flora. And I was like, okay, so I guess they really are two separate characters and not just like, but yeah, because she literally says she has a cousin called Flora. So I was like, is this a hint? Is this one of those things where like pe- producers, directors, writers just like dropping something to explain something, like when they change a character in like the second season, like in The Worst Witch where Maud, is that a spoiler? I don't know. But in The Worst Witch where Maud comes back from vacation and she's not, she's like has a, it's a different actor. It's literally a different actor. And she's like, "Oh, I was playing with this magic and my face changed." I was like, cool. It's better than the greenhouse where they just replaced the actor for Brooke and there's no explanation. So I don't know. Number five, I have Musa. I love her. Probably most similar character, along with Aisha, such Layla. But mind magic over music magic, interesting. So basically, Musa, I feel like Musa kept to what I would expect from like OG Winx Club. The only difference really would be that instead of having her element being music, they gave her like mind magic, so she could feel feelings, feel feelings. Anyways, other than Musa, I feel like Aisha was um, really close to like the OG character as well to a point. So wasn't too bad. Uh, honestly, when I was watching Winx Club, when Layla first introduced, I knew her as Layla. So I call her both names because I did watch episodes where she was Aisha and episodes where she was Layla. So I call her interchangeably. So yeah. And number six, Beatrix is a witch name. She should be at Cloud Tower, not Althea. So in OG Wings Club, there is a school called Cloud Tower, and it's basically a witch school. And in OG Wings Club, like there's three witches that mainly become the prime enemies for the girls throughout the probably like the first two series for sure, or three series. But they're called the Tricks, and their names are Stormy, Darcy, and Cloudy, I think. Stormy, Darcy. But anyways, they're one Stormy does electricity, and it reminds me a lot of Beatrix element, which is electricity. Plus, Beatrix is the kind of name, it might seem like a weird thing to say, but Beatrix is the kind of name that you would find from one of those witches at Cloud Tower. Like, I'm not kidding. Beatrix was literally a witch name. I do not make the rules. I do not make the rules. I just notice the patterns. Anyways. 7, Stella got issues, and it's definitely not the ones from OG Wings. So I think that was my last one, actually. Let me double check before I actually close this journal. But yeah, that's awesome. But literally, Stella in OG Winx, she is materialistic. She is prideful. But she's nice to her friends. And that is something that Fate Winx Stella didn't have. Like the niceness. Honestly, for like most of the episodes, Stella is just the hugest meanest person to everyone except Sky. But we learned that she has mommy issues, and yeah, I hope that's not too big of a spoiler. But yeah, she has mommy issues, so that's why she's mean to everyone except Sky. But yeah. So that was my little tidbit reviews. I would say if you choose to watch Fate Winx Club, if you haven't yet, because it's been like 3 weeks, I think. I took a while. I literally took a while. But if you decide to watch Fate, watch it with an open mind and disconnect your mind from what you expected of OG Wings Club, because it's not OG Wings Club. I when I told my friend this, that I think it's good, but I don't think it's the Wings Club that we wanted. I kind of referenced it to my what did I connect it to? If I say Avatar, I'm gonna scream because Avatar the movie was horrible. So couldn't be that. I don't remember. What did I connect it to? Oh my gosh. Let me check. Because I swear there was something that I connected it to. Oh, yes, I said that, and she was like, I remember you had similar feelings about Airbender. But I was like, the movie was literally trash. So I actually don't know what she's talking about. But yeah. And from the way that the show end, it looks like they're gonna have a sequel, so like a season 2. Honestly, I'm not sure if I could go through another season. Like, I wanted them to just finish it on season 1. Wrap everything up, be nice and condensed. But no, we're gonna have a season 2. So I don't know how this is gonna work. But all in all, it was a good show. It was a good series. It was not Winx Club. It was Fate Winx Club Saga. And honestly, yes. Also, Dane needs and Riven. Like, I know Riven in the OG series was a very you know? But them making fake Riven like that hurts my soul, hurts my entire being. I cannot cope. But anyways, yeah, I guess that's it. Okay. Bye guys.